Okay, good afternoon from Tokyo. Today's second match, Game 6 of the competition, Australia versus New Zealand. I'm Patrick Yu, and the guest commentator is Adam Frost. How you feeling today?
Feeling very well. Thank you for asking, Patrick.
Okay, in about 10 minutes, Australia, New Zealand will tip off. So, how are you looking for this match?
Yeah, well, obviously this is the last game of the first portion of the round robin, and both of these teams went 1-1 yesterday, both beating Korea and both losing to Japan.
Yes.
So this is an important game for both teams because the winner of this game will have an advantage moving forward into the second part of the round robin.
Yes.
I think you'd probably have to give the edge to the defending World Cup champions.
Yes.
So we'll need a big effort from Team New Zealand if they're going to come out victorious, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
Okay, right. Okay, let's see what kind of game it's going to be. So, 9:50 seconds will tip off. Until then, please enjoy the opening ceremony. Yeah, live from Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. The second match for today, Game 6. Australia versus New Zealand. We got Mr. Adam Frost over here on the table. Yes, the first try goes to New Zealand.
Good effort there by Barton Coote.
Yep, go ahead, please.
No, you go ahead. That's fine.
The game's having started from New Zealand's try first. How do you see the lineup, first of all, for the Australia?
Well, obviously, Australia isn't starting Chris Bond in this game.
Yes.
They're running a 3-5-3, 1.5.
Yes.
Not sure what the strategy behind that is, of course. We're not talking to the coaches behind. But, Jaden Warren is obviously sits very tall in his chair. Perhaps they were trying to win the tip-off.
Okay. Oh, try to win the tip-off.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you think about the starting lineup for the New Zealand?
New Zealand is starting its balanced line, which is probably its best line, although I think it did struggle a little bit yesterday against Japan.
Yes.
Then, the strength of the balanced lineup is you do have 3 sets of hands out there, so if you can move the ball and take advantage of your abilities, then you can have success with it.
Right. So New Zealand has had like 2 games yesterday. They have the same lineup for this game too. Yes, so Australia 1-1, lost against Japan yesterday. That's in the try line. New Zealand lost against Japan yesterday, but won against Korea. That's 1-1 each.
Yeah.
How important is this game for both of the teams?
Well, the winner of this game will obviously be 2-1, which will put them that 1 step closer to making the gold medal game, which looks like it's going to be against Japan. These teams will play each other again Saturday, so
yes, Saturday, yes.
That will give whoever loses this game the ability to perhaps even the record, and then it might come down to tiebreakers, which is usually goals for and against between the tied teams. So, not only winning this game, but by winning it by as many tries as possible is key in case you lose game 2. That really puts the emphasis on the other team to try to score a lot of tries, right? So.
Okay. But after this match for Australia, they're going to be facing Japan again on the game 8 today, the 4th match for this, the final match for today. He took a timeout over there.
Yeah, so that was a nice transition by Australia. The 2 low pointers were able to have New Zealand's tallest player, Barton Coote, HBC, sort of out of the inbounder's range. So Hewitt was forced to try to run the give and go with his low pointer, and then Riley comes in and applies a lot of pressure to it and forces New Zealand to have to take their timeout. So, if New Zealand's going to have success in this game, HPC is probably going to need to be in range of the inbounder so he can be the one who gets that ball first.
Okay, I see. Okay. The timeout is finished. Number 10, Robert Hewitt. Inbounds the ball. Australia players at the key. Whoa. Blocked by 2 players. Made a good space over there. Oh. HBC was open there, but he couldn't.
Yeah, so
couldn't catch the ball.
Second timeout by New Zealand, so they're used 2 of their 4.
Oh, yes.
One of the challenges they face there is 2 of the Australian defenders came out and put a lot of pressure on Leslie, and the other New Zealand offensive players were a little bit slow to react to come out and help him. One of the rules about key offense is you really got to control whoever's outside the key to allow your offense to really click. And New Zealand are a little bit slower to react there.
Good pass and a try. They used 2 players' timeout in 2 minutes. They made it to the try, so it worked out good. Yes. Oh, is that right? You got, yeah, they got 2, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought one was the coach timeout.
Well, I think
Yeah,
one
yeah,
is the
yeah.
coach timeout.
Oh, one is the coach timeout?
So 2 and 2.
Oh, okay, it's 2 and 2. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Ball into HBC.
Yes.
Got the 2-on-1 with the picker against Riley. Good shot by Riley. Stop his momentum.
Oh, try to steal. Oh, going top to him. Going back and made some room and made a good pass. HBC. Dribble to the right side. Oh, what was that whistle over there?
So Leslie was able to knock Howe out of bounds.
Oh, yes.
So if your wheels go out through your try line, that is a penalty
His wheel
against
was
you.
outside.
Yeah. So the ball was far enough away that they don't award a penalty try
Yes.
there. It's obviously it's a common foul, and the gentleman sits in the penalty box. You know, Australia's doing a great job on defense so far. They're really getting the looks they want.
Yes.
One of the things they love to take is Riley 1 against 2. They trust his ability so much. And often they set things up to try to get that look, and so far it's working.
Yes. Wesley tries to stick in. Nope. Oh, he was open.
Yeah, nice vision by Leslie there to know
Yes.
that Hewitt was creeping in that far corner, and
Yes.
obviously found him with the pass.
He found the player open. His sight. There he goes. Warren to bat. Bat from the left side, left corner. Yes. Warren made a good space for bat to make it through the try line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass to Wesley. Ten seconds. Oh, barely made it to the front court.
Yeah. It's a bit better job of breaking the press there by New Zealand. They were able to get that ball up to Cameron with one quick pass, and then the rest of the team were able to flow up the court, and obviously they got the ball over half.
Timeout. Equipment timeout.
Yeah, equipment timeout.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's all right now.
So New Zealand will have about 17 seconds left on the try clock here
Yeah,
to try to
17,
score their
yes.
goal.
Okay.
So I'm sure we'll see Australia get back in their key. And
Yes. Two player in the key. One on Wesley. Wesley. Nice pass.
yeah, good job there.
Yes, he got two good passes to lead to a try.
Yeah.
So that's going.
Yeah.
Open space.
Yeah, New Zealand's going to have to try to find a way to transition and
Yes.
try to stop Riley getting that ball on offense, because it's so hard to stop. And, you know, it's taking New Zealand, it's so hard for them to score their try so far, and so easy for Australia that's going to catch up with
Right.
them eventually.
Right. HBC. Got out. Oh, that's 12 seconds. Is that right? Oh,
Yeah.
so he needed to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Yes, that was almost like 12 seconds. He needed to take the player's timeout.
Yeah, so obviously that's their third timeout.
Yes.
Halfway through the first quarter. So,
Yep.
you know, got to use them. You got to keep possession of that ball. You don't, the score is tied. You don't want to fall behind. A lot of times you think it's an advantage if teams use up all their timeouts in the first quarter, but I find that often they'll use their timeouts and then they'll start to click a little bit more on offense, and
Yes.
it won't be necessary. Perhaps it'll come back and bite them a little bit further down the game. We'll see, but
Right.
a nice job of McQuillan on that last play to really slow down the momentum of HBC. If your class 3 is struggling to beat the other team's .5, that is never a good sign for your offense.
There he goes. Bounce the ball. Oh, that's going the players fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth timeout.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they're out.
they use them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So once again, good transition by Australia.
Yeah.
Defensive transition by Australia. They were able to cover the New Zealand high pointers, force that pass from low pointer to low pointer, and then Riley comes in and smashes him and would have knocked him out of bounds, and obviously was forced to use the timeout. So, I often when I was coaching and going into a game where I knew where I knew the result was probably not going to go in our favor, one of the goals that I would have for my team would be to at least use our timeouts before we turn the ball over, because it's just good practice to use those timeouts to save those turnovers. So, small victories for New Zealand. At least they've, used their timeouts and not turned the ball over and kept the game close so far.
I'm really having a hard time listening to your voice because we got a big crowd on my right side. The children are cheering. Their volumes are very loud.
Well, the audience is having a great time here.
Yes.
They had a great time in this morning's game with Japan and Korea, and they're certainly cheering these athletes along now, which is nice to see. And,
giving energy to the players of both teams.
Put up a little bit of noise.
Yes. Okay, there he goes. Block him. Oh, Bass here. Pushes away. Oops. Oh, nice pass. Oh, intercept.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate by Leslie. Everson had done a good job there to protect that ball and get it to Cameron, and I think he just reacted a little bit too quickly and had lots of time to kind of settle things down and set things up.
The score now is Australia 8, New Zealand 7. See? Battle Hall. Stuck there. Pass to HBC. Oh, that's a penalty try?
No, that was another turnover off the hands of New Zealand and out of bounds. And once again, I would say the gap in that key attack for New Zealand was they were a little bit slow to react to the two defenders coming out and pressuring the ball.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like I said before, you always got to control those people who are outside of the key to allow your offense to click. And so it's another small thing that perhaps they could work on moving forward in this game.
Yeah. Substitution for Australia, number 14, Edmondson. And number 21, Nicholson on the court. So that's McCullion, Edmondson, Nicholson, and Bat.
Yeah, so that's a really good job by New Zealand.
Yes.
Ball came into HBC, found Todd, forced Riley to come over and defend him, and then he was able to just make that nice lead pass to Leslie, and that's how it's supposed to look.
Yes. Good combination there. Now Bats. HBC stops him. Whoa! He knew he was coming from there.
Yeah.
Yes. One more second. Oh, good defense for New Zealand.
Yeah, so great key defense there.
Yes.
It was pretty obvious that Riley was taking the ball to that far side, and you could see the whole defense shifting over there to stop him. And there was an opportunity for some of the other Australian players to try to come to the close side of the key because that's where the open spot was. And unfortunately, everybody seemed to drift to that far side. And ultimately, they ran out of time on the 40-second try clock.
Yes, putting on a good defense, New Zealand. That's inbounds the ball, HBC. Oh, made a long pass to Wesley. Caught it. Whoa, what a beautiful pass.
Yeah, I mean, no timeouts. You're forced to make
Yes.
plays. You know,
If there was timeout left, probably he
he might have played it safe.
Yes.
You never know.
Okay.
But one of the reasons that New Zealand was in trouble there, nice inbounder trap in the corner.
Yes.
So
Trapped
it was
by
a
2
3-on-3
players.
versus a 4-on-4.
Bad try. He has 16 tries against Korea yesterday and 17 tries yesterday against Japan. Xavier, HBC by himself. Passes to Wesley. Oh. There was a foul by
the referee called a push against Todd from New
Yes.
Zealand. You're allowed to
Okay.
hit somebody and knock them out of bounds,
Yes.
but you're not allowed to just keep pushing. You have to sort of hit, stop, hit, stop.
Yes.
But he continually pushed them, so that was a violation against New Zealand. The only exception to that rule is if you have the ball.
Yes.
They sort of count that as trying to score, so you're able to get away with pushing players a little bit more.
HBC stopping bad again. They had a
little bit more successful for Australia on that key attack.
Yes. Bad on Wesley. HBC to open Wesley. Hey, great combination there.
Yeah, nice spacing by the New Zealand offense there. You know, one of the keys to beating teams with players like Riley is make sure that he can't defend both of you. So you want to stay far enough apart that he has to make that choice.
Yes.
And, you know, you always want to stop the ball and make them pass. And that's what he tried to do. And HBC obviously found Leslie on the close side here.
That's it for the first period. Australia 11, New Zealand 10. Okay.
So a bit of an old school strategy from Coach Duberly.
Okay, let's get into the second period. Yep. You can see Chris Bond on the court. Bond and Bats, high-low lineup.
Yeah, I was one of the things I was saying to Patrick here during the break is
Yes.
back when I used to coach against Brad, one of the things that he would do is he would start his balance lineup, which may not be as strong as the Bond bat combination, but that lineup would always have success. And then towards the end of the first quarter, or in this case at the beginning of the second quarter, he'd put out his best line against you. You know, you're already down by one, and he hasn't even played his best lineup against you yet. So a little bit of psychological warfare by the coach was always my interpretation of it.
Right. Yes, to Chris Bond.
So Australia have looked really good so far this game. If I would say there's one gap so far, it has been their key offense.
Yes.
Looks like it could have been running a little bit cleaner. So always things to work on, and perhaps we'll see them improve on that throughout this game.
Oh, push him out. Whoa.
So, no timeouts. So
Yeah, so
turnover.
key defense there. Nope. Still got 20 seconds. Yep.
I mean, Australia were able to score there, but their key attack is having a similar issue as the New Zealand key attack, and the fact that Cameron Leslie's out on top of the key,
Yes.
defending bat, and they're not managing him first. And that's why it's harder, or at least it was harder on that possession for Australia to score, because, like I said, the first step in key offense is to manage that guy outside of the key. Otherwise, it's so hard to be efficient in your key attack.
Okay. McLaren inbounds the ball. Bat. Whoa, sneaks it in. Oh. Oh,
Okay,
referee calls no try.
Yeah, illegal player. So
Yes.
the New Zealand defenders, Castor, must have touched the try line.
Okay.
So penalty against him. Probably could have gone either way, penalty try, but he's putting him in the box. So,
Okay.
Australia will have another opportunity and a new try clock here to try to take a 14-11 lead.
Okay. Does it depend on the referee calling a foul
I mean,
or
there's
a
always
penalty?
there's
try?
always interpretation by
Yes.
referees on the rules.
Yes.
But generally, if the person with the ball is trying to score and they're close to the try line, they'll award a penalty try. And if he's stopped or not trying to score, they'll put him in the box.
Oh, okay.
So
I
it
see.
looked to me like Riley was heading into that corner in an attempt to try. So once again, interpretation. Neither call was wrong, but he could have gone either way.
Got it. Yeah.
Or at least that's my perception of it. The referee evaluator might have a different one, but we'll leave that to him.
Yeah, try for New Zealand. Okay, Chris Bond bounces in. Gets up to speed. Right side, left side. One player coming up. Pass to open butt.
Yeah, that one clicked a little bit better.
Yes.
You could see Riley backing into the low pointer to keep him out of the key. So controlling somebody outside the key, which allowed their offense to run.
Pass to wide open, Rusley. That's 13 for New Zealand.
One of the easier goals we've seen
Yes.
New Zealand score so far today. Try, excuse me.
Okay, New Zealanders are back in the key.
Oh, 4 in the key. Oops.
Yes, try to
Okay,
open the
they
key.
got it.
Oh.
Nice job by offense there to take advantage
Yes.
of Leslie being a little bit too close to that key line.
4 in the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he pushed them into the key.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're allowed to make contact and you're
Yes.
allowed to knock people into the key. We call them danger zones.
Yes.
So anywhere, the try line, the center line, the top of the key, they're all danger zones. And, you know, teams are often looking to take advantage of you and knock you into those zones to either create turnovers or sometimes another time you see it, teams take it is when somebody's in the box. If a defender gets too close to their try line, they're always trying to knock them out of bounds. Because if you take a penalty while somebody's in the box, the guy doesn't come out of the box, right?
Okay.
So that's why, you know.
See. So Wesley comes out from the penalty box after Bat's try.
Nice job by Rolton to find HPC there. He's a little bit out of his passing range, so he had to bump the ball. Oh, this could be trouble.
Whoa.
Unlucky bounce for Australia.
Yes. So we'll have substitution. Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Hewitt's going to come in for Todd, is my guess, once he gets untangled here with Bond.
So, oh, the wheels are stuck together?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there's
Sometimes
enough
this
contact.
happens, yes.
Yeah.
So one's up, one's low, or?
I can't quite see how they're stuck,
Yes.
obviously.
Oh.
But
Two big gentlemen are.
it's a lot of effort by the equipment staff to get them unstuck.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
good job,
three of
good
them.
job, good job. Earning their wages on that one, that's for sure.
So we got number 10, Robbie Hewitt, back to the court. See, try clock, 20 seconds. Oh, he was open. Oh, he barely matches.
Yeah, bit of a passing error there by
Oh,
HBC.
Yes.
Hewitt was pretty wide open in the corner, and he obviously just put it slightly out of his reach. Sure, it's a mistake he doesn't make that often.
It was just a bit high. Right.
It's unfortunate for New Zealand. They had a great chance there to get a turnover. They have Bond trapped in the corner and 3 players surrounding Riley, so they had to force the ball into one of the .5s. But Riley was able to get out of that triple team and get the ball, which is something he's done plenty of times over his career.
Bounce the ball. Bat right beside him. Oops. Whoa.
So there you go, penalty goal.
He's leaving the court.
Penalty try, yeah. Knocked the player across the try line.
Yes. So that's 14th try for New Zealand. Another key defense for New Zealand. Oh. That's 4 in the key again.
4 in the key again, yeah.
Oops.
Cameron saw that coming. He looked like he'd almost gotten out of the key to me. So. Must have still just had one wheel in.
Yes. This is the second time in a row for 4 in the key.
Yeah.
Let's go. To open bat from Chris Bond.
Yeah, well, they're going to score with a man in the box. It's pretty hard to play defense because you have to be so careful because you can't take another penalty. So you can try to stop them, but you can't do anything too risky.
Yes. A bit of traffic over there. Oh, found an open player.
Yeah, nice lead pass there by HBC to Hewitt.
Yes.
Nice offensive transition here by Australia to stop Hewitt from getting back into the key. Once again, they're controlling the person outside the key.
Yes. And it's open there. 2-3 situation. To Bond. Yes.
Yeah, a well executed 2-on-3 there. It's exactly what you want to do.
Yep.
Create a 2-on-1 in the corner.
Oh, what was this reference?
Looks like they've called. It must be contact before the whistle.
Okay, so
second
Australian,
warning.
Oh, Zane is going into the bin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost the only way if you're on defense and you end up in the penalty box, it's usually contact before the whistle.
Yes, is open. On the way to try.
I guess that was a silly comment.
Yeah.
I think there's more ways to end up in the penalty box than contact before the whistle. One thing that rarely works is when your defense is staggered. If you have a couple of people up at the ball and a couple of people in your key, just making it easier for offense. You really need all 4 people doing the same thing. Either everybody needs to be in the key or everybody needs to be tacking.
Oh. He really has a strong arm. Couldn't catch that pass.
Yeah, well,
that was almost there.
You have 2.5s eliminating the class 3. No timeouts.
Wow.
It's got no choice to pass but to pass that ball. You know, obviously Cameron was being defended by Riley, and he was in the passing lane, and you know, maybe that ball bounces your way, but it didn't that time, of course.
So Zane and McCullion did a great job there. Yes, we had a substitute. Australia number 12 female player Shay Graham's on the court. So female player.
Oh, looks like we have another contact before the whistle call here. One of the Australians will be going into the box. Oh, Shay Graham.
Oh, and number 2. Oh, okay. Sorry. Graham is in the penalty box. As soon as she came into the court, she's now into the penalty.
She got her name on the statistics sheet, so she's accomplished that.
And she go back on. Yep. So female player allows extra 0.5 points. Is this working? Yes. Shane Graham, elementary school teacher. Yes. Try for bat.
Yeah, I'm not sure whose job it was to defend that corner that time, but
yes, nobody
they were
was
not there, that's for sure.
Yes.
Another rule of key defense is defend your cones because you've got no help behind you. Got lots of help in front of you.
Yes. There he goes, backwards. Wesley. On the left side. Okay. HBC Wrestling going tough to Bats. Oh, Bats seems a bit irritated.
Yeah, they're working hard to try to get the ball out of his hands.
Yes.
They haven't done so yet, but they had him in a good spot there against the sideline.
Bit of space go through the try line. Oh, that's a penalty try. Oh, is it not a penalty try? It's just like a normal try over there? Yep.
Yeah. There's no difference between a penalty try and a try unless somebody's in the penalty box.
Yes.
Then it's a bad thing.
Equipment timeout. Okay, maybe he got a flat tire, changing the left side wheel. It's repaired.
Yeah, you can hear those punctures from up here.
Scope.
You don't mind those happening in the game, but every time that happens in practice, it costs you $5 for a new one.
Oh, is that
that's
right?
That's what it used to cost me when I played. It's probably
Yes.
$10 for a new one now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Double the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does that matter to your defense, offense, push? Does that matter to your performances?
What the hit to your wallet on a flat tire? It might.
If you think about your wallet, then maybe your move might be changed.
Yeah, if you can't afford dinner because you're fixing flat tires, it might affect your performance. So down to the last 40 seconds of the half here. We'll see how Australia manages the clock.
Okay.
They've still got most of their timeouts. If green is 3, they've got 3 timeouts. They may choose to call a timeout with 15 seconds to go.
Yes.
Ensure last try.
Okay, let's see.
They are certainly not rushing to score at the moment. And Riley is paying attention to the game clock, so obviously that's their plan.
Yep. Players timeout by Australia.
Yeah.
Riley bat.
So Brad is going to make a sub here, get an extra set of hands out there.
Yes.
To try to make their key attack a bit more successful.
Try clocks reset to 15 seconds. Australia going for the last try for the first half. Yes, they made it.
Nice job by Shea Graham there to be open in the middle of the key.
Shea Graham's try. 2.4. Oh, I thought he would be throwing for a long pass, but he did.
Yeah, well, once the ball comes in and it's touched, you can make that Hail Mary because if you mess up and the ball goes out of bounds, Australia has to inbound all the way down by their try line. But if you do it from the inbound situation, then the ball comes all the way back to your try line.
Okay. So once to the player, then get it back and throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the explanation over there, Adam. The score 25 Australia, New Zealand 20. We'll drive into the halftime. Please enjoy the halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the video will become live for the halftime show. So please watch this step.
Yes, welcome back to the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship, June 30th, Friday. Second day. The second match for today is going to be Game 6, Australia versus New Zealand. Start for the second half.
So turnover and then a reaching
Yes.
or a illegal use of hands foul by Cameron Leslie there. So, you know, obviously Australia was the better team in that first half, given the first 5-try lead that they have, and forcing New Zealand to use all their timeouts in the first few minutes of that first quarter. But, you know, if I'm from New Zealand's perspective, you know, we did use all of our tries in the first, or excuse me, timeouts in the first few minutes of that game, and the score remains reasonably close. It's not like it's out of reach yet. So, you know, they were able to settle down and
Yes.
find some rhythm to their offense and keep the score respectable so far. I'm sure Coach Duberly would rather see a 10-try lead at this point than a
Yeah.
5-try lead. And maybe he'd manage his bench a bit different. So, you know, full credit to New Zealand there. And back-to-back turnovers to start the third quarter is not going to help
Yes.
them in their mission to claw back in this game, though.
So, Adam Frost with us. Oh, of course, for the second half too. Yep. Yes. The hotline. So Chris and Riley, they're together for the Australian national team, maybe for a long time, maybe 10 years or so.
That
Yes.
Bat and Bond have been playing
Yes,
together?
Yes, Bat and Bond.
I seem to remember them emerging at the 2012
2012
Paralympics.
Yes.
Perhaps Chris started a little bit before then, but I don't remember him
Yes.
playing before 2012. But you know, 55 years old now. It's not like my memory works as well as it used to.
You go. That's a try.
Yeah,
Yes.
Leslie backed out of bounds, so they awarded the penalty try. But
Penalty try.
regardless, it would have been a try.
Regardless, yes. Wesley was over there. Makes a try. Okay. Back coming down to get the ball. Oh, turnover.
Yeah.
Good defense there, New Zealand. Now Bats going to steal the ball. Nope.
Yeah, that ball came a bit rough out of the hands of the inbounder Howe there, which obviously led to that turnover. So New Zealand get one of the two turnovers back that they've had so far to start. See if they can take advantage.
Oh, found an open player on the right. Michael Todd's try.
What's unfortunate about that last turnover that Australia had is New Zealand's actually trying to get back in their key and
whoa.
Oh, so nice hit there by Todd.
Wow, nice hit, but
to have Riley come out of his chair, and Riley wasn't able to get the timeout called before he fell, and it's a turnover if you have possession of the ball and
okay, so he
come
didn't
out of your
have
chair.
time to go for a timeout. Okay, so good defense
anyway,
by
just
Todd.
to my point before, New Zealand was trying to get back in the key, and the only reason that they were up there putting pressure on the inbound is because of the transition by Australia, and it kind of forced them to change their tactics. So
okay, to open Rosley makes her pass.
So there you go, back-to-back turnovers for New Zealand.
Yes, back-to-back turnovers, yes.
Makes things level in this quarter again, so good job by them. I see that Todd made that great play to get Riley out of his chair and get summoned to the bench for it. They put Hewitt back in.
Equipment timeout.
Yeah, number 4 Howe's tire went flat. We could hear it from up here.
Yes, yeah, we
Often,
heard it. Yes.
Often the referees won't award an equipment to defense, but HBC wasn't really moving the ball, so
Yes.
they decided to call it, and that does give New Zealand a new 40-second try clock. So they'll be able to inbound the ball a little bit closer to center and have another opportunity to try to get that ball over half.
New Zealand inbounds the ball. To Hewitt. To Wesley. Bats there. Bonds there. Oh, HBC was open.
Yeah, well,
Backwards.
New Zealand had a number of disadvantage there because Miller was had been transitioned out and was a little bit slow to get back and help.
Okay.
And whenever you've got a 4-on-3, makes it much easier for offense to attack the key.
Let's see. Oops. Fell over. Referee.
So I'm not sure if
Yes.
Australia's just perhaps losing a little bit of focus given their lead and where they are in the game, but seeing, that's 3 turnovers in their last 4 possessions, which is pretty unusual for this team, and that one just seemed like a focus error to me, so
That's their third.
give them an opportunity to reset here.
Ooh, Chris Bond tries good. Cameron Leslie tries to stop him. Oh, now hard hit to Bond again. HBC to the center. Oh, Leslie, nice catch. And he goes try.
Yeah, nice job by Cameron there to dig that ball out of his feet.
Very hard to catch those bounce pass.
Yeah, that was just in that interesting spot right in front of him where you got to read the bounce right, I suppose. This is the first time I've seen number 30, Saviliak, out there, so interesting to see how she does.
Elia Subject, 2.5 player.
Yeah, 2.5.
Yes, 2.5
Female.
player.
Yep.
Yes. She's a school teacher.
I believe she's an ex-wheelchair basketball player as well.
Yeah.
Or could still be a wheelchair basketball player.
Yeah, she made, yes, wheelchair basketball. She made debut in 2013. Yes.
Pretty easy try there for Australia. Gonna need to defend those cones a little bit stronger if they want to try and get some success.
Let's try for number 1, Cameron Leslie. He had 19 tries yesterday against Japan and 22 tries on Game 4 against Korea. Here comes Chris Bond. HBC tries to stick with him. Oh, bang in the center. Nice pass. Bond tosses over the pass to number 14, Edmondson. That's make it 33 tries for Australia. Hewitt stuck by 2 players over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see Chris defending the 1-on-2 there. He was always trying to get on top of the blocker or low pointer and stop his momentum and then try to attack the ball and repeat. Try to slow them down, force the pass, which he did. Another wide open corner for Australia.
Yes.
I don't know if it's just me, but the players out there, they seem to be pushing hard and working hard still, but I don't know if that the intensity just doesn't feel as strong as it did before.
Hey, 2 open, number 30, Elia.
Nice pass by Bond there to Sabliak.
Yes, Sabliak.
Maintain their 5-try lead.
Yes.
Minute 46 to go in the third quarter here.
Substitution for New Zealand, Michael Todd, number 8, 2.0 player comes in.
Perhaps they can find a little bit more in the key.
Yes.
Last time he was out there, he made that great play.
Yes, he did.
Oops.
A minute, 35 seconds. Time to management the clock.
Well, we'll see if they do. It's Australia's ball to start the fourth quarter, so key for New Zealand to score last try if they can. However, that's not going to help their cause.
Yes.
Edmondson was able to get in that passing lane.
Oh, long pass. Does she gonna get it? Oh, she almost got it.
Almost got it.
Good try for her.
A little bit strong by
Yes.
Bond. So gives New Zealand another chance to try to set up their last goal if they can.
Yes.
Australia still has a couple of timeouts, so they may choose to use them to ensure that they get the last goal. But we'll find out in 40 seconds or so if that's going to happen.
Let's see how they can manipulate the clock.
Nice job by the low pointer there.
Yes. Bound pass. Nice pass. There you go. Just on 55 seconds.
Yeah. That's the pretty standard time when I coached against Australia.
Yes.
I'd always they're so fat. They were so fast they could score with 6 or so seconds. So I used to try to get the clock down a little bit more, knowing how quickly they could score. But
okay. There he
so
goes.
for example, there, 11 seconds.
Re-establish the defense position. There you go. Players coming back for defense. HBC. Got 10 seconds on try clock. Is open. Can he make it? Nice pass.
Yeah, 8.4 seconds to go. So nice positioning by Todd. He was in that corner the whole time. They knew he was there for an outlet, and they had to find him. And let's see what Australia can do with this amount of time.
Yes, 8.4. Hurries up. Lock. Go through the defense and made it. Oh!
Yeah, it was a nice job by Australia, but one of the issues that New Zealand had on their defensive look there is they didn't get back into their key quite quick enough. So as Bond was moving up the court, they were a little bit staggered, and as I'd mentioned before, that's never going to lead to a successful key defense.
Okay, after the third period, the score is Australia 37, New Zealand 32. Australia up 5. Okay, here's the final period. Australia inbounds the ball. And back. Oh, Chris Bond going for the first try for the fourth period.
Yeah, it gives Australia a 6-try lead with obviously the beginning of the fourth quarter here.
Yes. Did they change the lineup? Number 5, McCullion. Number 3, Warren. Chris Bond. Oh, the ball is out of bounds.
Yeah, so New Zealand starting off the fourth quarter much the same way they did the third quarter with a turnover right off the bat.
Oh, yes.
We'll see if they are able to get them back like they were able to in the third quarter.
They made a good back-to-back rebound, back-to-back turnover. Yes.
Another pretty easy try for
Yes.
Australia against that key. New Zealand's key has been reasonably good so far this game, so see if they can swing things back in their favor. They continue to get back.
Let's see. HBC. Is covered with 3 players over there.
Yeah, equipment timeout there. Somebody got a flat tire. Can't tell who.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, HBC. So remains New Zealand ball with 25 seconds to go on the try clock.
Yes. It's now repaired. Number 1, Wesley. HBC. Hewitt is there. Oh, Open made a good space over there.
Yeah, nice job by Barton Coots to knock the defender into their cone, and penalty try. And even if that hadn't worked, there was a big gap in there for Leslie to wheel
Yes.
through.
So Chris Bond comes down to get the ball. And Chris go to the open space. Got the bounce pass.
Yeah, it looked like
And
New Zealand
try.
had a good look there. They had Leslie versus Warren, which is a
Yes.
speed mismatch in Cameron's favor, but unfortunately HBC also got attracted to the ball and
Oh, okay.
could have, if he'd have perhaps picked up Bond a little bit quicker,
See.
could have been a little bit more positive of an outcome for them there in that situation.
He is trapped. Okay. Passes the ball to Wesley. HBC. Backwards try.
Seeing some sloppy key defense by both teams so far in this first quarter. Teams are able to score pretty easily so far.
Yes. We can see that. Oh, beautiful law pass. Two bounds.
Nice
Catch
vision
it.
by
Try.
Warren there to make that lead pass.
Beautiful pass by Jaden Warren. 29 years ago, 29 years old. Youngest member in 2016, scored 11 points in 23 minutes.
Nice work by Howe there to stop HBC from scoring that try.
Okay.
But unfortunately, he had to leave his cone open to do that. And Leslie
Yes.
was able to fit through that gap.
So Rolton make it a good space over there. Yes. Intercept. Yes.
Well, there's a positive turnover for the New Zealand team. I think that looked like somebody got their hand up and deflected that ball as it came out of Warren's hands. And
yes.
so there we go. Back to a 6-try game, 5-try game right now.
Yeah. It's
6 if Australia scores here.
It's
of
always
course.
like this. Let's guard. You have a space? No. Pass. Try to intercept.
So that's going to
barely
remain
catch it.
Australia ball.
Mhm.
Nice job, the corner defender there, to stop the Australians from scoring in this close cone. And unfortunate that Hewitt wasn't able to intercept that ball. It
Yes.
bounced off him. And Australia will have 15 seconds to work their key offense. Looks
Okay.
like Coach Duberly wants to talk strategy with his.
So Australia team, coach timeout.
Must see something on key attack here that he'd like to see them correct. So he's got his timeouts. You might as well
Okay.
use them. Can't see what they're talking about, but obviously there's a conversation going on between the New Zealand team and the referee at the moment. So they must feel that something should be going their way in a fun-spirited way, I would say.
Yep. Let's go. 5 minutes to go. Respond. Left side corner.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hewitt needs to be a little bit tighter to that cone there. It's
Mm-hmm.
said it before. There's no help if you got to defend your cones.
James McCullion made a good space for him. Two on one. Great pass. Warren.
Nice
Collects
arms
the
there by
ball.
Bond.
The Chris Bond in the center. Yeah, that's easy to try. Use this time.
Yeah, nice defense by Australia there. New Zealand had the ball over center and the spacing they were looking for to make those passes, but Bond got that hand up and was able to deflect the ball and create the turnover.
Oh, timeout. Coach,
Yeah.
timeout for New Zealand.
Yeah.
So it's going to be their second.
No, I think it's their first.
They still got one more left.
They just saw Coach Duberty use his last
Yes.
possession. They're like, well, if you're going to use yours, we're going to use ours. So.
Yes. Okay. So you can check on the board how many timeouts are left. So Australia has 2 players timeout left and 1 coach timeout left. New Zealand has 1 coach timeout left.
Yeah, probably just a recovery timeout here. Given
Recovery timeout, do you think
just
so?
letting his guys have a minute to rest.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, New Zealand doesn't really have substitutes for HBC and Leslie, so
he's playing most of the time. Yes.
they're gonna
Give them
play
a
a lot of
rest.
minutes, and
I see.
might as well use your timeouts and
Okay.
give them a break when they can.
Yes. Okay,
using another
another
timeout?
coach timeout.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something
2.
going on with.
Oh.
They seem to be doing some work on Cameron's shoulder, so I wonder if there's something going on that they're using their timeouts for, if it's equipment. I can't believe it's an injury, or they'd
Yes.
not be using their bench timeouts to manage that, I would imagine. So
This is
anyway,
left hand.
seems to be good to go, whatever the problem
Yes.
was.
Okay. So New Zealand used all of their timeouts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all 6 are gone.
Okay. Nobody open. HBC tries to. Oh. Okay. Tight D over there on defense. Turnover.
Yeah, that almost worked for New Zealand. Leslie set up the crack block to get himself free. Unfortunately, the inbound just came in a little dodgy for the low pointer there, Rolton.
Okay, uses about 25 seconds.
Yeah, another try in the corner, of course.
Yes. Okay. Oh, nice pass, and scores a try. Oops.
So it looked like the referee signaled timeout there.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Maybe the Chris Bond took a timeout?
I think they must be
Yes.
calling a penalty against HBC.
Mm-hmm.
Technical foul.
Oh, it was a technical foul?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not sure
Okay.
what he
Yes.
did to get a technical foul there.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's a spin, it's a common foul. So maybe he made contact with him while he was. Oh, you know what it probably was? He was up on one wheel. When a guy's up on one wheel, you're not allowed to make contact with them and knock
okay.
them over. So that would make sense for the
Maybe
technical
a
foul there.
dangerous tuckle there.
Yeah. When I played the game, you got in trouble if you didn't knock somebody over when they were up on one wheel.
Yes.
But they've changed that to make the game safer for the athletes.
The rule has been changed.
Yeah.
A rally bat. Number 15, Bryden Foxley Connery, onto the court. Emily Miller back to the court too. No.
So yeah, New Zealand might struggle here.
Yep.
The the technical foul didn't cost them possession of the ball, so they're attempting to score with their own player in the box, and were able to, obviously. Technical foul works the same way as a common foul. You still come out of the penalty box after the other team scores. The only type of penalty that you don't come out of the penalty box when the other team scores a try is a disqualifying foul. So if you get kicked out of the game, then whoever serves your penalty for you has to spend the full minute in the box. Otherwise, it's always coming on the court after a try is scored.
Oh,
tough pass.
It's locked over there.
Yeah.
Can he make it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
Ozane
like,
and McQuillian. Locked Hewitt.
HPC really needed to try to use his picker and beat that 2-on-1 there. Obviously, Leslie was covered by Bat, and Hewitt was in that double team. So you got to put the ball in your lap and push with it in that situation.
Loose ball. He got a timeout.
Yeah, nice job by Ozan there to recover that loose ball and use the timeout. That leaves Australia with 1 and 1, so 1 60-second timeout and 1 30-second timeout.
So Australia still got one more.
Surprised that we're seeing Riley back on the court. I thought that he would get the rest of the game off, but see him for a couple more minutes at least.
Okay. There he goes, Riley Bat. Two minutes, 30 seconds to go. Okay, good try, good pass. Makes it 38 for New Zealand.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice timing play when HPC caught that pass from Leslie. The ball was in the air just as he was turning. So nice job to get the ball over half.
That's all right. He's finding a space. Found an open player. Turnover. New Zealand.
Nice key defense there. Once again, you know, the newer player, Foxley Connolly, was in the key, and they hadn't controlled that chaser, which contributed to the rush pass by Bat, and ultimately the turnover.
So, minute 40 seconds to go. Go. Bat, pull up the gear. Oh, into the try.
Yeah, that's tough to stop.
Yep. He's stuck. Turn around. Bat's there. He's all right. Hewitt. Hewitt touched the ball. Went out of bounds. It's Australia ball.
Yeah, so in that situation, Hewitt tried to save the ball.
Yes.
And it did bounce off Foxley Connolly's chair before it went out of bounds, but that's not allowed in wheelchair rugby. You're not allowed to purposefully hit the ball off the other team to keep possession, so the referee awarded it to Australia.
Okay. So like basketball players.
Yeah, in basketball you can throw it off the other team. They give you they'll give you the turnover, but not in our sport.
Okay.
So. Although I'm not sure he did it on purpose. He looked like he was just trying to save it, but the referee wasn't going to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, it didn't look like purpose. Okay.
Bit better job by Australia on their key attack there, for sure.
Right. Bang and a pass. Okay, 1 more minute. There he goes. Pass to HBC. There he goes. Try, make it 40.
Yeah, bit of a lucky break
Yes.
there for New Zealand on that try. You can see what happens when somebody gets stuck in a danger zone, like Leslie was there at the center line. He's forced to make a tough pass, and
Yes.
you know, Bat got his hand on that ball. It just fortunately fell back to New Zealand afterwards.
Okay.
So it
So
looks like the
stop at
try.
15?
Yeah, there's no try clock, which means that they don't need to use the
Oh, okay.
timeout.
Yep. They're
They
using.
can just take as much time to
Yeah,
score
they're-
here as they want,
Okay.
which they do.
Yeah, Bat's going for the final try. Makes it 49, up 9.
Might as well send it.
Yes. There's the buzzer. Game 6, New Zealand versus Australia. Score, Australia 49 and New Zealand 40. Australia won the score by 49-40. So, how was the game for you?
That was a good
Yes,
game.
yes.
You know,
Good game from Australia, good game.
I mean, Australia was
Yep.
in control the whole way. There's no
Yes.
doubt about that. As we've mentioned before, New Zealand had to burn all their timeouts early in the game
Yes.
and then settled down, and the score remained reasonably close until kind of the end when I would say the intensity started to drop a little bit
Yes.
as the Australia pulled a little bit further ahead. But, you know, something for Australia to build on, or excuse me, New Zealand to build on, and we'll see how they do against them next time they play, which will be
Okay.
Saturday afternoon.
Yes. Australia are going to be playing against Japan today on the Game 8, starting from 7 p.m. And New Zealand will be playing after this game, Game 7 with Korea, starting from 4:30 p.m. So, Adam, thanks for joining, and hope you'll be back for the Japan-Australia game.
And thank you,
Okay?
Patrick. Have a
Thank you
great-
very much, Adam. So please enjoy 2 more games for the second day. Second day of the 2023 World Wheelchair Rugby Asia-Oceania Championship. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.